Welcome back to SourceFED. I'm Matt Lieberman.
And I'm Trisha Hirschberger.
Last week, we did a story on the downing of Malaysia Airlines flight MH17 by an apparent surface-to-air missile attack. At the time, it was still unclear who was responsible for the attack, with the Ukrainian government blaming pro-Russian separatist rebels and Russian officials alleging that it was the Ukrainians themselves who shot the plane down. Over the weekend, the situation progressed in dramatic fashion, with the American government issuing an official position on the matter.
United States Secretary of State John Kerry made the rounds Sunday morning on several news shows to outline the American position. Due to American and Ukrainian intelligence reports and social media that, quote, obviously points a very clear finger at the separatists, Russia is indeed responsible for the attack on flight MH17, an attack which took the lives of 298 people.
Kerry went on to assert that Russia is not taking the necessary steps to bring these separatists under control, and that they may in fact be supporting the separatists with weapons and military training. On CBS's Face the Nation, the Secretary of State went on to say that the U.S. has considerable intelligence that Russia had supplied the separatists with an SA-11 Buck surface-to-air missile system, which is the type of Soviet-era missile system many believe was used to bring the plane down last week. That system has apparently been moved back into Russia in the days following the attack.
Secretary of State Kerry went on to say, there's a buildup of extraordinary circumstantial evidence. We picked up the imagery of this launch. We know the trajectory. We know where it came from. We know the timing, and it was exactly at the time that this aircraft disappeared from the radar. We also know from voice identification that the separatists were bragging about shooting it down afterward.
Now, it must be said that despite the amount of seemingly damning evidence against the separatists, it is, as the Secretary said, circumstantial and does not prove a conclusive link to the Russian government. However, British Prime Minister David Cameron has also communicated his solidarity with the American position. He says, if President Vladimir Putin does not change his approach to Ukraine, then Europe and the West must fundamentally change our approach to Russia.
It should also be noted that Vladimir Putin made a statement to his advisors late last week saying, I would like to note that this tragedy would not have occurred if there were peace in that country, or in any case, if hostilities had not resumed in southeast Ukraine. And certainly, the government over whose territory it occurred is responsible for this terrible tragedy.
However, Russia was also caught in the act over the weekend attempting to edit the MH17 Wikipedia page. A Twitter bot programmed to record and report changes made from Russian government locations spotted a Russian government employee attempt to change the listed culprit from Donetsk rebels to the Ukrainian government. It's unknown if this action was sanctioned by the government or was a lone employee acting alone.
As this increasingly tense geopolitical situation continues to evolve, we will continue to update the story with new information on SourceFED.com.
I'm Matt Lieberman.
And I'm Trisha Hirschberger.